Good morning, I'm Peter Milios from the Finance News Network. The S&P 500 closed higher on Thursday, attempting to snap a three-day losing streak as traders looked ahead to Friday's all-important jobs report. Overall, the broad S&P 500 climbed 0.8%, while the blue-chip Dow added 0.17%. The Nasdaq Composite advanced 1.37% as technology stocks outperformed. Shares of Google parent Alphabet gained 5% as traders cheered the company's launch of its Gemini artificial intelligence model. Nvidia and AMD also added more than 2% and 9% respectively. The job market has been a focus of investors this week amid a series of mixed data releases. Weekly jobless claims released on Thursday were below economists' expectations, and a reading of continuing jobless claims declined, indicating the pace of layoffs hasn't increased. The US 10-year Treasury yield initially popped on the back of the figures, reflecting concerns around the strength of the labour market despite the Federal Reserve's efforts to tame inflation. Private payrolls data issued on Wednesday showed that employers added fewer positions than economists forecasted. Meanwhile, the volume of job openings in October fell to its lowest level since March 2021, according to the Labor Department data released on Tuesday. It left traders with a confusing picture ahead of the main event, Friday's official jobs report. Economists polled by Dow Jones expect that 190,000 jobs were added in November, a step up from the prior month. Investors are hoping for signs of cooling in the labour market, leaving the Federal Reserve comfortable with its decision to halt interest rate hikes. Turning to US sectors now, most closed higher overnight. Communication services was the clear standout, closing 3.22% higher. Energy was the worst performer. In the Australian landscape, energy giants Woodside Energy and Santos are in early talks about merging, following a global trend of energy companies coming together. If they proceed, the merged company's value would reach nearly Australian $80 billion. Both firms are dealing with challenges tied to reducing carbon emissions and facing hurdles in their growth projects. Woodside is awaiting approvals for its Australian $16.5 billion Scarborough project in WA. Both companies are also struggling with issues related to production, rising costs, and complex regulations. The merger might also be a response to falling share prices. Woodside's shares have dropped by 15.4% this year, while Santos is down by 4.3%. The outcome of these discussions will have a significant impact on the Australian energy sector's future. The SPI futures are pointing to a 0.2% fall. Thank you for listening.